Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Pathologic. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're supposed to join me today as we go to the warehouses district. I was wrong actually. Factory building number 4. Wait, what? Well, last episode we found a key, or we found a letter. The map is on the reverse of this letter. No, it's not. How do I see that? My secret prosectorium in the warehouses district. That's where Ruben is. We found him. But then again, the warehouses district is here. Right? These are factories. No. The warehouses districts are here. Is here. Okay, so we're on the right track. We're actually very close. That was fairly surprising that I didn't screw up everything tremendously by not paying attention and forgetting that I had a letter. Isn't that lovely? Well, the UI doesn't make it easy, though. That's just, there's a lot of things that are easy to miss, especially because I'm talking all the time and being an idiot. Also, I'm not reloading all that much, or not reloading nearly as much as I would want to be reloading, I should say. Hello, little kid. I got a bunch of things for you. How about I give you 5 of these things, and you give me a bunch of those? Yes, I still don't have a shotgun, but it should be okay. Okay, so now we're going to the prosectorium. I really hope that doesn't conclude or impede me from completing the side quest that is to find. I thought we came over here. That is to find the body of Simon Kane. Hey, man. Hi, aren't you the one that repairs devices? Yeah, I need you to repair this. Yeah, well, unfortunately, I don't have the money. I'll look into that tomorrow. Maybe should be okay. Probably not.
The blessed fool is making the rounds of the local rabble.
Yes. Here he is, Stanislav Rubin. Strong person in every sense of the word. He can break your neck or set your dislocated joint equally easily. Yeah, I think we've read that before. Dear colleague, by some happy coincidence, I managed to get my hands on a certain vessel that I believe I can recover from the pathogen from. Which means we are now all set to research the vaccine. But odd as it may sound, I'd rather avoid tapping into that source I mentioned unless I absolutely have to. Into that source I mentioned, he says. I'd rather examine the samples that can be procured from the dead tissue. Are you perchance talking about the body? Where is Simon? Where is Simon, colleague? I keep him at an ice cellar, not far from here. Yeah, Gorky is infuriated. Why didn't you inform him of where you took the body? Because I'm not done with it yet. Besides, I'm all alone here. The moment I had an opportunity to send a message outside, I used it to bring you here. Your presence is more important than other considerations right now. Would you kindly hear what my request is? Okay, what do you want to ask me? I was going to ask you to bring a sample or two from one of the infected quarters, but be doubly careful though, and make sure to get the dissection fully cleared with one of the rulers. Wait a minute, what? The dissection? Oh, I need to talk to somebody else before. Okay. Probably the Olgimskis, since they are the ones that... I think I have that information already. Else the risk would be twice as high as need be. I'd go myself, but there are reasons that make it impossible for me to leave Simon's body unattended. That's some request. What is this additional danger you speak of? Dissection of dead bodies is something that the locals strongly disapprove of. For steppe people, the human body represents the world. Only a member of a special taglur, Burak, to name one, is allowed to... Burak? Oh yeah, the dead guy, yeah. Is allowed to open it up. This is a caste-based privilege, you see. What about you? Do you possess this kind of privilege? Hard to say. My master was planning to bind me with the blood of his kin. In other words, I was to become his foster son. He never got to complete the ritual, or the procedure. As a result, I am formally allowed to perform dissections, but few people know about it. Most of them still see me as a soldier rather than a butcher. So, you did military service? Nah, not for long. I served in General Schoen's army until I was injured in the head by the scaries. I was released soon thereafter. I hear you. But from what I can see, not everyone in town belongs to the indigenous population? Oh no, of course not. But even those who are oblivious of the sacred meaning of the kin's rituals would still oppose unsanctioned dissection because it's traditionally inappropriate. A cultural taboo, if you will. An autopsy performed by anyone other than a true-born Menku is seen as blasphemy of the worst kind. Even incest is not as repulsive to them. Well, which doesn't stop them from being comfortable with all manner of slaughter, apparently. Yeah, these people are outlaws, and not a single one of them is a stepman. Well, so what am I supposed to do? Do pay a visit to Governor Saburov. I wouldn't go to Vlad if I were you. He's too resourceful and too inclined to drag you into his schemes. The Canes are also out of the question, as anything that leads Georgi to me would likely result in Simon's body being removed. And I still have a lot of work to do. Okay, so I need to go to the Saburovs. That's fine. Sounds reasonable. I'll see you soon. Up there. That's fine. Actually, it's not too fine, because we're gonna need to go all over the place. This soundtrack is kind of mad, but I'm fine with it. Hey, can I talk to you again?
Time is of the essence.
Unfortunately, there are only 24 hours in a day. That's very true. In real life and in this game as well. So, the infected quarter is hell on Earth. It's absolutely impossible to survive there. Do you have any antibiotics at all? Any kind of immune system stimulants? None whatsoever, he says. I don't have any medicine here. Truth be told, this is one of the reasons I would prefer not to enter the infected quarter myself. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Rumor has it that the Olgimskis have organized the distribution of medicine among a few of the more important townspeople. I had to stay in here in hiding, so I did not get any of that. But some of the people you've come to know here will only be too happy to help. Okay, good thinking. I'll follow your advice. Actually, I think I could ask him.
Approved of my actions.
So you're still not being entirely sincere with me, colleague. Tell me about Simon. Well, the initial diagnosis was supported. There's no doubt Simon died of the sand plague. And yet you're still studying the body. Why? Well, I want to see what the disease can do to human internal organs. I need more time for that. I didn't even perform an autopsy yet. And I thought you wanted to see if Simon has the same anatomy as a regular human being. You see through me, Bachelor. This is indeed my purpose, and this is the reason why I cannot give back the body. I hope you won't tell the Canes where I am. I won't. I'd be interested to know what the autopsy will reveal. Will he tell me that?
And the blessed fool is making the rounds of the local rabble.
There are only 24, we don't have much time. Perhaps we should switch places, I ask. Would you be able to apply herbal tinctures to the specimen, to prepare the reagents to adjust their potency? Working with herbs requires knowledge and experience, and we have nothing but herbs to work with. Besides, the Canes hold me personally responsible for my precious patient. Very well. How many samples do you need? I will keep working until we are able to isolate the microbe. I don't understand why we can't see the culture yet. There are traces that question mark shouldn't be there. There are traces aplenty, but not the bacteria themselves. Shall we perhaps invite an infected person right here? Out of the question. Without anything to protect ourselves, we will surely die. In fact, developing these means of protection is precisely the purpose of our unpleasant and criminal work. Yeah, you're right. There must be some other option. And we know exactly what that option is. Is it the main quest? It is the main quest! Okay, so if I am to eradicate the enemy, I must study its habits and capture it. This will be no mean feat. As is customary, we will need to perform an autopsy on someone who has already succumbed to the sand plague in order to procure a specimen of infected tissue. First and foremost, I need to secure Saburov's consent, lest any of the usual complications linked to working with dead bodies should arise. Oh, he has a microscope over here. Good. So, first and foremost, we're actually going to talk to that guy over there. Is there... There is. Sort of a straight path. That's very good. What time is it? Probably just before 3 p.m.? Actually, it's not too bad. It's a quarter before 3 p.m. I think that's... Oh, no. Where am I going? Oh, no. Yeah, I think we fell to the same trap before. There must be a passage. Let's see, is that the one? No, I bet it's not. I bet there's no passage. Oh, there's a passage. Oh my god, there's a passage. And there's one of these guys, which is lovely because I have a lot of bottles. Hey man, how's it going? Shambling as always, huh? So, you have bandages? Yes, you do. Can I give you some bottles? Yes, I can. Thank you very much. I'll see you later. Hi, little girl. How's it going? Isn't she the cutest? Okay, let's go. And there's one of these pals. He's not the cutest. Although he's not. He's okay. Oh, look at that. I told you. Beta tablets. Oh, that's not... I didn't tell you that. Okay, take this. And give me that. Can we do this? Yes, we can. Can I get the rest of the stuff? Well, now that I have beta tablets and I know they exist, I might as well not... Sorry for the brusque camera movements. Might as well not get alpha tablets. And just look those little guys all the time. Or anybody, really. I think it's all the kids that sell medicine. So, over here... Yeah, we're going the right direction, I think. It's that house. And it's that door. Unless it's not that door, and it's the door on the other side that goes down, I think. Yeah. Cemetery or something. Warehouses. Oh man, I thought you had disappeared.
Where did those lazy bastards go?
So, there are some very peculiar attitudes about the dead in your town. Oh yes, they are derived from pagan superstition. The body is considered to be the sum of all truths, the ligaments keeping it whole, to be the ligaments of the universe. They must not be taken apart without the knowledge of how those dissection cuts will reverberate in the makeup of the universe. And you share this superstition? A body is a self-contained system. Sometimes it's fascinating to take note of how ingenious its natural design is. Not a single useless part. No? You're definitely not paying attention. You're not paying attention. Even atavists, such as the Coxes, serve to add certain charm. Oh yeah, well, if you're gonna say, oh, it adds charm, doesn't it? Or you could say, well, it makes it complete. Well, there we go. Not a single useless part, then. Everything is in harmony, he says. Yeah, well, the Coxes, that's a vestige, actually. That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah. Do you know what this is? This is the bone, our butt bone, sort of our tail. Just a sort of vestige, as it were. But let's see, which is interesting because I think like apes don't have it, and we do, and it's sort of I think it's sort of a genetic sort of backtrack or something. I never studied it, but I find it regrettably hard to appreciate the charm of the Coxes. No, I don't. The system is easily disrupted, though. Oh yes, when an alien object interferes, like a bullet, a knife, or a foreign organism, is it true what they say about microbes being sentient? Oh yes, it is. I was talking to a microbe the other day, and he was telling me about his mother. I mean, you wouldn't believe it if I told you. Don't look at me like that, man. You wouldn't believe me. Anyway, age kills a person even in a perfect environment. And also there's autoimmune diseases, and there's, you know, starvation, and there's dehydration, and that sort of stuff. There's a lot of things that can kill you, or, you know, not without actually another object interfering. Or you can bleed out, like cutting your tongue or something. You can bleed out if you cut your tongue off, that is. Age kills a person even in a perfect environment. I have devoted my professional fortunes to this regrettable fact. Indeed, I have. Simon has proven otherwise, he says. No, he hasn't. He hasn't. He is dead. And even if he wasn't, he still hadn't. Just because you die before your time doesn't mean that age doesn't kill you. What's that? Anyway, Simon has proved otherwise. The Canes use that as a foundation for a new era. Incidentally, I don't understand what Georgi's frustration is. What does it matter if Simon was undone by a murderer's blade or by an infectious filth? Both things are equally foreign interference. Well, you could make the argument that what does it matter what killed you? Both things mean death. It's like, why would it both being foreign interference mean? Oh, I see what he means. Because he's talking about it wasn't Simon's failing. It was, you know, he got killed. That's what he's. Unless, of course, the microbe originated inside Simon. Who knows what methods the Keeper employed to reach those impressive results. They could have scary side effects. Oh, the methods were purely spiritual. There's no doubt about that. I'm a skeptic, but Simon is a special case. Oh, yeah. How does it go? There's a Spanish saying that there's no witches, but they exist. It's way prettier in Spanish, but I don't know how it's said in Spanish. I know it ends with Makelazai, and that's something like that, which is I think it's how it's pronounced. That's pretty cool. But yeah, he is like skeptical, claiming, "Oh no, I don't believe in none of that stuff." But yeah, right. Yeah. It's a pity things went the way they did. Oh, sir, let me... There we go. So I managed to settle the matter about the... what was it? Oh, yeah, talking to Victor. Victor will no longer insist on inspecting the termitary. I'll keep my word. Honoring the Venerable Simon's remains is our mutual goal. We are bound by the same grief. There's a reaper, perhaps even more than one, on the loose in the knots. I think they're runaway butchers. Oh yeah, we've heard. Don't look at me like that, man. He has the creepiest faces. Excuse the hiccup. Why would they dissect bodies? Well, Let's just say that he used the innards for fortune telling. The times are difficult. Yeah, there's not a lot of chickens then, I suppose. I think their desire to tell what fortunes the future may have in store for them is perfectly understandable. No, it's not understandable. No, well, anyway, where can I find them? To be honest, I'm not so sure myself. One curious young man managed to trace their path. It seems that they have been carrying the dead to the Spleen district. I'll mark the house on your map. And if they resist, am I allowed to kill them? Not only kill, but take whatever possessions of theirs you may find in that house. Body snatchers are no longer protected by law, even if they happen to be butchers. Well, very well. Actually, ooh, that's interesting. Actually, it's interesting that we heard about the canning. But I thought it was that thing over there. Maybe this quest ends in that.
It's all very suspicious.
Well, it's just the way the game is designed. So it just occurred to me that a map with the infected areas across areas charted on it would significantly help couriers and medical aids. It may be surprising to you, but I've already seen to that, he says. My men are now assigned to produce such maps daily. The cost of making one copy is a mere, let's see, 1,000 or so. Oh, I'll be sure to order a copy when I have the required sum, then.
Where did those lazy bastards go?
Interesting. It's now 3 p.m. and also don't know the way out. Because I turned around very fast and I got confused. Okay, now, we have to go this way. And we have a lot of places to be. So, first off, we're going up there. Main quest. We could also go there. But let's focus on the main quest, and, well, then again, maybe let's not focus on the main quest. Do I have I have a pistol, indeed, okay. Let's see what we have over here. Get that out. The ladies will get scared. And we don't want that, okay. So going straight north from here is my idea. The layout of town is actually pretty good. So, or pretty, you know, squarish. So I can kind of orient myself through there. Hello, miss. And if oh my god, it's not. Who turned this bench upside down? There's a path over here. I'm kind of going sideways, which is bad. What? Oh my god, that guy looked like it was on a wheelchair. That was weird. He was just resting. Or taking... No, he was resting. He was definitely resting. Hi, little girl. Hi. You have drugs. No, she doesn't. Okay, so we probably will have to fight somebody right now. I also don't know where. Still a little bit ways away. This is a shop where we didn't buy anything. Hi, little girl. Oh, something showed up on the upper right corner. I don't remember what it was. Okay. What was it? Hunger, probably. Okay. Exhaustion is actually quite good. And there's another little girl over there. And a guy with the bandages. And we're in the town hall. Okay. And there's two kids back there. Hi, man. That was weird. Okay, so I can give you the bottles. And I can get one of those. Thank you. Hi, little girl. Do you have shotguns or things? She does have a lockpick and Meridorm. I'll go for a Meridorm if you don't mind. Ooh, those things are expensive. That's nice. We do need those, or might need those anyway. And if I can buy them off of doctor's places, that would be fine. But if the kids can give them to me, that would be fine as well. So I'm not going to get those shotgun shells. I think I'm done with the inventory that I have. And we're actually pretty close. This is going to be interesting. Save the game there. For great glory. For great justice. And nothing else. That's the house. Freeze, mother! This is the police! You're all under arrest. Your rights will be read to you by somebody that knows them. And, there's plague about. There's the sound of the plague. What the? Oh my god! Okay, I'm gonna get... Hi! Holy crap! That's a sample. Can I not get your stuff? Maybe I can get the stuff like this. Can I get... Well, apparently I can't get the stuff. Okay, so I got punched in the face. And I didn't waste no time or no bullets. I don't like this. I don't like the sounds. Because these are the sounds of... Okay, but there's a lot of good stuff over here. I think I completed the quest, though. So those guys just proceeded to punch me. They were nasty people. I mean, I did come up... Well, they were nasty people. That's what it was, officer. They were really nasty people. They punched me in the face. It was all self-defense. It was a very good punch, though. Well, hooked and things that are named. Okay, don't want to go over there. Got a little bit of money. Very reminiscent of Vampire Bloodlines, this soundtrack. Okay, so did I do the things? Butchers, I better ready. Okay, I think I killed them, and that's that. The body has been found. Is it Simon? Well, I can save the game here. And then go back inside, because I want to see if I can mess with the game, with the body again. This was where the body was. But I can reload the 2 previous saves, so it's not a big deal. But that was where the body was, which means the quest has been complete. I mean, I imagine I need to go back to the guys down. Yeah, okay. Let's reload. So that went surprisingly well. I mean, I trusted the guy that he was going to be friends and just being, hey, so I'm a butcher, and I sort of do this terrible things to these people, and I really don't mind being infected with the plague. Speaking of which, I need to check it, and also might need, okay. Everything seems to be amazing. Okay, let's go. But yeah, no, he just decided, no, I'm just gonna thrust my knuckles towards your facial features. Hello, sir. Nope, I'm not gonna take that little guy. I will now only take the, what was the name of those things? The other tablets. That's where I need to go. Who do I need to talk to, by the way? I need to talk to, the first step is, well, actually, I can talk to the changeling back here. Also, I probably should reload. Hopefully that guy doesn't panic. Yeah, he got out of the stuff to take care of. Hi, girls!
I'm sick. The world is going dark.
You are scary with her talk and eyes. I shall see to it that the people of Gobos Talgur, who will of necessity be to have to surrender their lives. Yeah, she says that. So, hi.
What is this disease?
You are a lucky person, Bachelor Dankovsky. Well, I'm most certainly not. Can I help you? Who can grant me permission to work with dead bodies? A body is a riddle, she says. Only a butcher knows how to disjoint the wholeness of a bull carcass. There are but a few people in the kin who can dissect a man. The wardens, whose families have been keeping this right for generations. Isidore Burak was one of them. His knives pierced many a body, and always with great success. Well, how do you pierce without success? If you... Sure. I don't know. I don't need an autopsy. I only need to extract a blood sample. Oh, still dissecting a dead body is taboo. It's not a rule, but rather a custom, with its meaning long forgotten. Some people in Earth still preserve the memory of the terrible nature of this knowledge. Earth is a part of town, by the way. Lucky for you, the majority of the patrol guard volunteers are step people. You mean the patrol wouldn't just be passive, but would rather actively try to murder me for doing our common job? In that case, how are they helpful at all? Who can I rely on? The few people whose fates are now bound to yours will always be there to help you. Your fame is getting greater and greater by the day. They'll be eager to give you anything you might need and offer their advice. I don't need advice. I need order in the town and a shred of common sense, but let's not go with that. But they wouldn't help me work with the dead tissue. So, examine the dead bodies at your own risk, she says. If you're spotted, just do your best to flee the scene before you are attacked. Find the clothes that would hide your identity. Although I'm in no position to give such advice, I haven't been outside for a long time. I'm all about what's inside. I suppose you are. Who could have thought that being a humanitarian could put my life at risk, huh? Okay, and she gave me a thing.
It is as if my...
She gave me a, Another one of these clothes thingy. That's really nice of her. Oh, nice. That's really cool. And of course, we're back over here to the terrible places of infected. And rats and dogs, maybe. And people who don't like me messing around with things. This is the guy that I need to talk to. Hey, man.
Is there really no way to cure the disease?
Not yet, but I'm working on it. Sort of. I need to work with dead bodies. I know, it sounds weird. I was told that this work demands your sanction, though. Is that true? I regret to say that no one can help you here. Local superstition prohibits any violation of a body's integrity. Add a cult of the dead on top, but if they see you dissecting a corpse, they might tear you to pieces. It has already happened once. What do you personally think about it? I don't share the views of the steppe people. As a former military man, I regard taboo against dissecting bodies as mere prejudice. But I wouldn't like my reputation in the town to be that of a blasphemer. If someone finds out that I've given you permission to autopsy a corpse, I am doomed. Listen, Governor. Level with me here. I don't intend to offend anyone's sensibilities. It's the common good that requires your tradition to be violated. Just this once. I understand, but there's nothing I can do. Let us pretend this conversation never happened. You might want to turn to your new acquaintances. As far as I can judge, they are ready to do anything you ask. Well, I know one person who is, and don't you look at me like that. I'd rather turn on to someone educated. No, this difficulty could be resolved by some rather sinister people. I'm talking about butchers. Butchers rather obviously have no qualms about cutting bodies. Tradition gives them a hereditary right to perform this sacred act. I have yet to see a single butcher in this town, apart from the two that I just killed. Oh, of course. Olgimsky had them locked up after another of their strikes. However, it is said that on the eve of the blockade, a group of butchers did not make it back to the termitary on time. Someone is hiding them. There's a house here in Earth whose dwellers know who it is. Take a chance. Okay, thank you. Excellent advice. It's actually not too far away. That's actually pretty good. Unfortunate. What is it? Oh, it's Aspiti's house. Really? Well, I'll say it's
My
pretty
chest
good,
hurts. Can it be conscience?
Can it be conscience? That's not where the conscience is, man. You know nothing at all about the body. No wonder he sees cutting bodies up as superstitious nonsense drivel. Anyway, that's gonna be that for today. We're gonna go here into the infected part of town for a little bit. It's just a warning, but it's gonna be fine. But for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Pathologic. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment. Like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching. And I think I'm going the wrong direction. And I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye!